The world is transforming at a faster pace, and no one would have known what it would look like a few decades before. Contrary to past development work, which was slow and consists of many projects, the contemporary world is transforming itself by a large number of megaprojects. In the same way, the year 2023 is shaping up to be even more eventful, with the construction of desert skyscrapers, amazing Formula One courses, and entire new city districts. The most successful business sector in the world is about to accomplish even more incredible things. In today's video, we will talk about 10 of these super luxurious megaprojects in 2023. At the number 1, we have iconic tower. Egypt has a famous edifice among the desert, and the country has a strong track record when it comes to megaprojects. To be clear, this is not the Great Pyramid of Giza. Rather, it is a brand new skyscraper, aptly named the Iconic Tower. Construction began in 2019, and by 2021, the 393-meter tower would be the highest building on the African continent. It will serve as the focal point of the commercial sector of Egypt's new administrative capital. To sum up, Cairo, Egypt's capital, has been severely overcrowded for decades, prompting the government to come up with the audacious plan of constructing a brand new metropolis in the desert in 2015. When completed in 2023, the tower will be one of 20 planned skyscrapers in the area, with the total construction cost of an estimated $3 billion. However, if they have the same longevity as some of their neighbors, it will likely be money well spent. When you think of a place that seems obsessed with skyscrapers, chances are you'll picture a place like New York, Dubai, or Shanghai. But if you've been watching our films, you won't be thinking about Europe, because, Europe doesn't really do skyscrapers. However, there is one area where this is not quite accurate. In Frankfurt, new towers are being erected in a venture called For Frankfurt. For Frankfurt attempts to bridge the gap between the city's old town and its new modern financial sector. It's in the middle, and its towers are home to a hotel, residences, and workplaces, making it a true mixed-use community. The construction crew has unique obstacles due to the building's many purposes, especially in the concrete cores. To maximize sunshine and views, all 4 skyscrapers strategically angle away from one another. To further complicate matters, each building calls for a unique arrangement of bathrooms, drains, and support columns. This necessitated a unique approach to the construction of each concrete core, but it appears that the team has succeeded and completion is still on track for 2023. From one high-octane endeavor to another, buckle up, for this year marks the first ever Formula One Grand Prix in Las Vegas. Yes, in November 2023, the world's fastest automobiles will race down the famous Las Vegas Strip. The 6.12-kilometer track includes a chicane and 3 high-speed stretches that allow drivers to reach speeds of up to 340 kilometers an hour. Keeping things to ensure everyone's safety, the construction crew must keep the high-speed action in the racing track. In terms of gridlock, Las Vegas is not any worse than other major cities, but there will be no such problems here for a few days later this year. Even though the Grand Prix is relatively young, Las Vegas has been ahead of the curve when it comes to spectacular buildings for well over a century. Several landmarks, both original and copies, can be found there. Once you've reconstructed the Great Pyramid of Giza, the Eiffel Tower, ancient Rome, downtown Manhattan, and Venice, what else is there to do? Alright, keep the momentum going and launch the MSG Sphere in 2023. It's an immersive theater for the next generation. It's the world's largest sphere, measuring over 100 meters in height and about 160 meters in diameter. This monstrosity has 4 concrete cores that are held together with steel reinforcements. The 11,000-ton roof is supported by a network of tensioned ring beams. A curved movie screen with a resolution of 19,000 by 13,500 pixels is not trivial to construct. Inflation and problems with the supply chain have apparently driven up the price of the sphere to roughly $2.2 billion. Whether or not the risk was worth it remains to be seen. While Las Vegas was maybe the first place people thought of for outrageous buildings, the United Arab Emirates has been striving very hard to catch up. The country will soon not only feature the tallest structure, deepest pool, and a series of man-made islands in the shape of the world, but also the largest aquarium in the world. When it opens later in 2023, SeaWorld Abu Dhabi will have an aquarium with a 20-meter-high window into the aquarium that stretches over many levels, providing views of the more than 150 species of marine life that will call the park's 58 million liter artificial ocean home. If you've ever kept a goldfish, you know there's more to caring for an aquatic pet than merely filling a tank with water. The fish at SeaWorld are no exception. Natural light will be let into the tanks just at the appropriate levels to sustain marine life while preventing the formation of algae. Then there's the aquarium itself. How does one prevent a tank of that size from buckling under the incredible pressure of the water inside? The trick is that you avoid using glass. Acrylic is 17 times stronger than glass and is more flexible, making it the material of choice for most aquariums. There are many stadiums or citywide building projects and development plans that are epic in scale. Recent years, however, have seen increased backlash against such initiatives, particularly when new stadiums prove to be empty money pits. The Paris 2024 Olympics, however, will put sustainability front and center. Incredibly, the only permanent structure being built for these games is the Aquatic Center, which is expected to be finished in 2023. The construction of the roof is being closely watched to ensure that energy requirements are met and that sightlines from the stands are not obstructed. The goal is to reduce the floor area so that less energy is needed to maintain comfort. In this building, 90% of the energy required will come from renewable or recovered sources, with a fourth of that coming from the roof alone. This structure will make waves in the sustainability community. Let's begin in Tokyo, where a new super development, the Toranomon Azabudai district, is rising from the concrete jungle in the heart of the city's thriving Minato commercial district. A city inside a city will be made up of 3 huge mixed-use skyscrapers and a public plaza with landscaping by Thomas Heatherwick. The main tower, approximately enough, reached its full 325 meters in height in 2022, making it not just Japan's tallest structure, but also the first super tall skyscraper in Tokyo. Unlike most skyscrapers, which get narrower as they rise, this one maintains a broad floor plate all the way up. Tokyo is in a place where earthquakes happen often, but this building is so strong that its people could keep working even if a magnitude 9 earthquake hit the city. As we continue our trip through Asia, the government of Malaysia came up with a plan in 2010 to make the country a high-income country by 2020. The Tun Razak Exchange, Malaysia's first specialized international financial center, was a vital aspect of the plan. The Tun Razak Exchange is a massively ambitious 70-acre complex with around 2.5 million square feet of commercial space, a 2 million square foot mall, and roughly 4,000 apartments, all inspired by the success of places like Canary Wharf in London, Pudong in Shanghai, and Singapore's Marina Bay Sands. The COVID infestation and Malaysia's tight movement control order slowed progress significantly. However, Southeast Asia's tallest building, the Exchange 106, was finished in 2022, and it will be joined by 2 enormous residential blocks in 2023. What, though, surpasses even the most modern of skyscrapers? What about 2 brand new, modern office buildings? That's what they did in Melbourne, Australia, at 308 Exhibition Street, where they connected the 2 buildings with one of the most impressive sky bridges we've ever seen. At 308 Exhibition Street, a sky bridge with gold trim will connect a residential tower to a hotel tower on the 46th floor. The Golden Sky Bridge's journey to its current state began with wooden planks and an iron will. Starting with the shorter of the 2 structures, a cantilever was used to lay out a plywood deck. After the towers were in position, a concrete slab was poured in the space between them, and sealed tendons were attached. Between the apartment building and the hotel, a roof was added, giving the building the appearance of a ribbon encircling it. For the sake of flexibility, a movement joint has been installed on one side of the roof. If you thought the golden ribbon was just for looks, you can rest assured that it helps keep the two towers steady during earthquakes and high winds. For Germany, the year 2023 will see the completion of the most expensive building ever constructed, the Edge East Side Tower. The East Side Tower will have 26 floors and stand 140 meters tall, making it a relatively modest skyscraper when compared to those in major cities in Asia and the United States. But it will be one of the tallest buildings in Berlin, so it will be easy to see from far away. The Berlin Edge East Side Tower's construction kicked off in the fourth quarter of 2019, and it is expected to be finished in the third quarter of 2023. The building phase is expected to last 4 years and cost about 400 million euros. The Dutch company OVG Real Estate developed the project and began construction. In fact, the project was sold to a partnership between Universal Investment and Allianz Real Estate before construction had even begun. October of this year saw the topping out ceremony. By the time it's finished at the end of 2023, the building will have 26,000 square meters of usable space. Thank you for watching the video. We hope you found it interesting and useful. As always, please leave comments and questions below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more great content. Thanks for coming to watch.